Hello and welcome back. I'm up at the Caravan and it's raining, so you'll be really pleased, Graham, Caravan vlogger, that it's cold and wet up at the Caravan storage, because I know you love it when I'm up here and it's weather's terrible. Anyway, I've come up here to do a few small jobs before we go away to Twitter camp very shortly. We're really looking forward to going down there and meeting everybody that we've talked to on Twitter and other Caravan possibly vloggers and bloggers that are going to be there. Now, when we were away last time, I noticed there was an issue with one of the bench seats, the side that Molly sleeps on, and the fact that it had slightly come apart a little bit and it needed fixing. Now, at the time when that happened, I got quite frustrated in the fact that it had fallen apart, a bit of it had fallen apart. And then we kind of managed with it because I didn't have the right tools with me while we're away, so we managed with the issue, and I thought I'll fix it when I get home. But when I got home, a few things happened, and I started to watch a couple of other vloggers' videos, and it kind of got me realising about or thinking about caravans and how they're made up. First video, a couple of videos I watched was Caravan Chit Chat, and they were driving around in a motorhome in Scotland, and you could hear the noise inside the motorhome with everything rattling around inside the motorhome. And you know, if you think about that, or your caravan being towed down the road, the amount of forces and pressures and everything that's, you know, inflicted on the van, it's surprising that it stays together in one piece. Another one I watched was when Dan Trudgeon was talking about his Bailey caravan, which he got earlier this year, or was it last year, I can't remember now. And he was saying about the faults or the things that they like or don't like about the caravan. And he said in that video that you've got to remember that these are built by hand, caravans are built by hand. And again, that got me thinking that if I was to put a piece of furniture from home and put it on a trailer and drag it down the road, would it last 8 years? This van now that we've got here is 8 years old, and it's been dragged up and down the motorway. You know, it's been over into Europe. It's done quite a lot of miles, and it relatively it's stayed together quite well. You know, there's no major problems. And I think what I've got to try and remember, or everybody's got to try and remember, that things will go wrong. I did a video a while ago, I can't remember what it was about, but somebody commented on about this caravan, about these front lockers coming loose. Now that's something that I'm going to check while I'm up. But again, you've got to try and think that they are built, they are manufactured, they're built by hand, and they're dragged up and down the road. So I think the thing to think about is, while you're in your caravan, is just to go around and just check things every now and again, check that screws are tightened up, check that everything's in place, because it does get a lot of hammering when you're towing up and down the road. And it's important that if you look after your van, then it's going to last you a lot longer. And I know at the moment, Caravan and Motorhome Gossip, Ian and Zoe, have started to do their own Bailey up. They've recently put new covers on the cushions, and that's what it's about. It's about looking after your van and making sure everything stays or lasts as long as you hope it will be, because I'm hoping to keep this van for hopefully about another 7 or 8 years. So let's get on and do these couple of jobs. So this is the bench where we've had the problems, and at night when Molly sleeps on here, we just literally lift this up, pull it towards you, and that pull the other cushions out, and that makes her bed up. So she just has this side of the van. Now if I take the cushion off here, you'll be able to see what the issue is the lats here. There's a screw in this section here that has completely snapped. So what I'm going to do is just take that screw out and replace it. So I think what's possibly happened is when you're pulling this forward, it's probably been pulled forward a bit too far, and it's probably been done quite a few times, and it's just put pressure on that screw and snapped the screw. So that's what we're going to do, just replace that for now. First job, to put the lats back in here at the back, get it in position. I've tried to take this screw out, but it won't come out. It's snapped inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill a separate hole. I'm going to drill a pilot hole and then put another screw back in there. The reason I'm drilling a pilot hole is because I'm going to have to move the hole slightly, and I don't want it to end up splitting the wood. So I just got to be quite careful, and I'm going to put it on a slight angle. So that's the pilot hole, and then I'm going to get my screw, start to put that into the top. And that's secured that back up. I'm just going to check this other side because I don't want that coming loose. That seems okay, and that's that first job done. Now let's go and look at the drawers. So the next job is the drawer pack here, and I noticed that the drawers, I mean they go back, which is really good, but they're actually leaning back, and the panel that you can see to the side here seem to be, this piece here seemed to be loose. So I'm going to take these two drawers out and then straighten those up. To get the drawers out, obviously empty them first, and underneath, I'm going to try and show you this if I can get underneath here, are two plastic sections here that you push in. If you push that in, and enables you to lift the drawer up. So I'm just going to put the camera down while I lift that up. So with a finger on each side, just push it in, push the drawer up, and it comes towards you. So that's one of them out. Just put that over there out of the way. And then the same with the other one. Plastic clips, just push them in and pull that out. So now I've got that out, I can already see the issue, and that is that these are only held in with these staples here, and they have slightly come away. If you can see there, it's been pushed back, which is pushing the drawer back. So I need to just lift that up in order for me to get that back into position. So on further inspection, you can see at the top, I don't see if we can get this in here to try and point it out, but at the top here there's a screw that goes into the bottom of here, and that's what's come out, which is forcing it to go down. So I think what we'll do is put a couple of fresh screws in there to lift the back end of it up, and then put maybe one in here and one here, and that'll hopefully secure that. So what I've done is I've put a screw in either side just to secure it, and then I've put some more screws up at the back here to secure it there, and then we just need to put the drawers back in. So putting the drawers back in again, it's just reverse of what you've done to get them out. Pull them out all the way. Put the drawer into position, make sure this is right up at the front. Clip them in. That's that one in. Let's get the top one in. Get both runners in. Now that's the drawers back in place, and you can see they're not quite in line. Now you can adjust the height of the drawers. If you go to the side, there is a plastic panel that I've taken off here, and inside there is this, I don't know if you can see that there, piece of plastic, and you turn it, and that adjusts the height of the drawer. So you just keep playing around with that, just heighten it up a bit. That's the other way. Trying to do it one-handed while holding a camera is not very good. That's better. So I'm just going to check the cabinets up at the front here, because somebody said that they can work loose. Now the only way I can see that they're going to work loose is from these screws in here, and to be fair, they feel quite secure. I am going to take these out at some point now and have a look at them. I know Stephen and Carla have done that and taken them out, but it's a job for another time. So that's the two main jobs that I came up to do done. I've tightened the seat up and then Molly won't fall off the bench anymore, and I've sorted the drawer pack out. I'm quite happy that this is okay behind me. Really looking forward to going to Twitter Camp. That's our next trip out, and seeing everybody down there. Like I say, with the Caravan, if you just keep on top of it, keep those small jobs, keep doing them. I like to come up every week and just have a little mess around and just do little bits and bobs, and then it'll last you quite a lot longer. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.